Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Sammy and I, People's TV. What day is it? Wednesday, the 7th of May. We're getting ready. We're getting lined up for the Bilbao game tomorrow. I'm going to Old Trafford. I've only mentioned it a couple of times. I'm probably excited because it's the first damn time I'm going this season. Yeah, it's bad. I know. Fake fan. Anyway, looking forward to it. Going to run through the team news coming out about Bilbao. That's my reaction to that. We're going to speak about... I'm still calling it noise, Saudi noise about Bruno. A world record bid has not gone in for Bruno. Exaggerated headlines. I've called them out from Brento, and I will continue to call them out, and I will run through actually what has been reported accurately so as to not get you the wrong story. And we'll speak about a little bit more about Bilbao, about the new Tifo that's going to be coming, second one. It was there for the first leg. And you can let me know what you think in the chat. Let's see who's here from the mods and the members. And let's get the show on the road. Stephanie, good morning to you. Alex, good morning to you. And Carl as well. Good morning to you, Maddie. We've got Zinni. We've got Tyrell. House Tyrell. Big up Game of Thrones. Well, actually, no. Saw Game of Thrones. That last season, man. Milk, good morning to you. Teresa. We've got Debasis, Toby, and Enyi. And Haley, good morning to all of you. Someone said there in this morning, who was it? I can't remember who said it. I saw it someone down there. Someone said, Bet Sam is finishing his tea. I think I've already said this before, and this is going to make you all hate me. I don't drink hot drinks. I don't care for hot drinks. Like, if it's cold, if it's winter outside, come in, let's have a look. I might have a little hot drink there. Other than that, I'm not having them. And anybody who says in the summer that you drink tea to cool down, check their hard drives. Man, it's a bit extreme. But anyway, it does not cool you down. Drink some cold water. Right, can we speak about this? Oh, man. Oh, my word. How do you describe that game last night? How do you describe that game last night? You know what it is, right? And this is the ultimate truth. I know that having a solid defense wins your titles. I know that having a solid defense is like the backbone of the team. But realistically, no one cares. Like, no one cares. Give me games like that 24/7. 24/7. 4-3. Inter 2-0 up on the night. Barca 3-2 up. Then Inter equalised with a 30-set. Just everything about it was just glorious to watch as a fan, as a neutral, as a fan of one of those two clubs. They must hate it. But it was fun. And football is far more fun when you're not talking about VAR or micro offsides or out of possession tactical positionings, or it's just two teams that went, you know what, sort of clean sheet, boom, let's go at it. The whole game, and it was just fun to watch. As a fan of one of those teams, yeah, it probably wasn't as much. But as a neutral, I'll tell you what, the Champions League has delivered this year. I'm sitting here been watching that. I will be sitting there, hate watching that Arsenal game tonight. PSG, you better get the job done. Anyway, I've just enjoyed watching the Champions League. I've enjoyed European football this season, really. Let's be totally honest. It's kind of the only thing that we've been able to enjoy. And I'm talking about the Europa League, of course. Anyway, more of that. That's the football that we love. Let's see if we can continue that on Thursday. Now, this came out about an hour ago, and this is official, by the way. This is an image direct from Athletic Club's Twitter page. All right, and you will notice that this is Bilbao's travelling squad for the United game. You scroll down here. Can I zoom in on that one? And 1 second there. Let me zoom. Get this all sorted. Just talking to myself. Right. down here, these are the attackers for the Bilbao team. And you can see there are no Williams brothers at all, or Sanchez. Both Nico and Inaki Williams are missing from the squad. And their top scorer, Sanchez, is missing. Now, if that doesn't give a sort of light a fire underneath United, I don't know what is. Let's be honest, United don't need a fire lit underneath them. We're 3-0 up from the first leg. But you've taken away effectively the starting front three of Athletic Club. They play a lot of their football through Nico and Inaki Williams. That's their attacking spark. That's their attacking shape. And all three of them are going to be missing. So that gives... I mean, someone down, have they given up? Well, they're not giving up. They're just injured. Like, you can't do anything. Yeah, Vivian, of course, is going to be missing as well. Not Uncle Phil's wife, but their centre-back who got sent off. Is it Uncle Phil and Viv? It is. Fresh Prince. I love Fresh Prince. Anyone watching GTA 6 trailer yesterday? Well, actually, what I thought was better than the actual trailer, if you go on the Rockstar website, read through, there's a storyline where it sort of explains every character to you and all the locations, and the screenshots are nuts. Man. I remember when GTA 3 came out and I played that. That blew my mind. I played that game so much. R2, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, left down, right up. And then that's a cheat to get you all the weapons. And you're asking whether or not it makes it harder to plan the game. Look, I know you like to sort of, you're a half glass empty, you like to look at the, well, actually, but I sod that, man. No, this is their best attacker, their top scorer, and both of their best attackers out of the game. Right? That's advantage Manchester United. Yeah, of course you have to be complacent, all that jazz. This is advantage Manchester United. Yeah, that cheat is sort of embedded in my head. You know what's sad, actually? I'll tell you, I've started GTA 5, but I've never completed it. So I need to go back. I was always planning to go back and play through it fully because I just ran out of time. I was just working too much. I think I've said this to you before. I used to love playing games. I just never really had the time to do it. Never really had the time to do it. So I really hope I find some more time. Either way, both the Inaki Williams, both the Williams brothers are out. Nico and Inaki, as well as Sanchez. That should give United more confidence going into this game. And I'll speak about the game a little bit later. And also, my lunchtime video is a starting 11 show. But we've got to speak about him. We've got to speak about him. Yeah, we are. Faisal, you're right. We're almost at 600k. We're just over 600 subscribers away from hitting... I said 600k. I wish. 500k. Yeah, I know. I don't have time. Johnny, you make me all sad. No time for games or traveling. I want to go to Japan. I can't go to Japan. It will come in time. It will come in time. All right. Bruno, right? I did my video yesterday on Bruno, and I absolutely stand by everything I said in it. I do not want United to sell him. I don't think United will sell him. And I swear on my life, even if a bid of that value comes in, I don't think United can sell him this summer. And because I do not think this club has the ability to deal with what we need to deal with this summer, which is already huge, huge turnover in this club. And then replace Bruno, our captain, like the one key component of this team that you can rely on. Now, there's reports, there's videos. Oh, world record bid has gone in for Bruno. No, it hasn't. All right? Let me just run through what's being reported. And I think the important thing here to understand about all this Bruno noise is this. All the noise is coming from the Saudi side. Ben Jacobs, you'll remember that me and Ben spoke, I think we did about 3, maybe 4 interviews in the earlier stages of the takeover story, I think I was speaking to him about the Qatari interest. Because Ben clearly had sources in the Middle East. And that's why I spoke to him. All of what we're hearing about when it comes to Bruno, when it comes to a world record bid, when it comes to 65 million a year wages, it's just coming. It's just coming from the Saudi side. There's nothing from David Ornstein or The Athletic. There's nothing from the Times or the Telegraph or the BBC or even Sky Sports, right? It's just coming from the Saudi side right now. And I think that's an important thing to understand when it comes to, that's why I'm calling it noise. Right now, it's just noise from the Saudi side. Now, let's run through exactly what has been written here. On Give Me Sport, by the way. Al Hilal ready to make a world record breaking bid. Ben Jacobs saying that because they missed out on Mo Salah, that means they've now got at least 510 million to spend on a marquee signing because they were the wages that were set aside for him. Right? Down here, Give Me Sport can reveal that they could be prepared to offer a British transfer record fee to get the deal done. Nothing about a bid going in. Nothing about a bid being made. They could be prepared. I could write that. I mean, they could be prepared. Right? And this sort of idea that, do you know how hilarious this concept is? Right, one sec. Let me highlight this. Do you know how hilarious it is, the idea that Manchester United have put a release clause of £60 million in Bruno Fernandes' contract? It just made me laugh. Imagine that. Like the only world-class player in your team. Should we just... How much did we pay for him? Yeah. Go on, it's 60 mil. If Bruno Fernandes had a £60 million release clause in his contract, we would have every damn club in the world knocking on our door. Everybody. Anyway. All of this is just conjecture and noise right now. That's all we can label it as. Sure. Al Hilal aren't going to sign Mo Salah. Sure. Means they got money in the bank. Sure. They've got the Saudi World Cup in 2030. Sure. We know that they are only going to continue trying to go big every summer. It's just all conjecture. Oh, great. Okay. What? So Al Hilal have offered Bruno a contract worth in excess of £65 million a season. All right. Well, let's wait for somebody that we actually trust and believe on this. I mean, that sort of money. What does that even work out as per week? Should do some numbers. So, 65 mil a season divided by 12 means that's 5.41 mil a month. If there's anybody listening that wants to pay me £1.35 million a week, yeah, you can do whatever you like. Well, no, not whatever. That's a lot of dough. That's a lot of dough. But it's just all conjecture. Just all conjecture, right? This is from Chris Wheeler and Nathan Salt in the Daily Mail saying, Al Hilal, they could. They love this word. They could. They could. Because technically it's not wrong by saying that they could. They could afford to make a massive offer and pay Bruno in the region of 80 to 100 million a year. Sources at United and Al Hilal played down reports in the Middle East of a 60 million buyout clause. You've got Rob Dawson from ESPN saying United are going to resist any offers. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. Paul, I don't care that he turns 31 in September. I really don't. And look, this is so easy for me to sit here. I admitted it on the podcast this morning. I'm not going to be able to give an impartial step back. Here's my objective opinion on Bruno. It's just not possible for me as a fan, right? Impossible. I'm telling you that right now. I'm admitting that. But I just do not believe and trust in our football club's ability to get everything done that we need to get done this summer, and then add on top of that selling Bruno Fernandes, replacing our captain, and replacing the one player in this team that we can have any sort of trust in as a United fan. Becca, happy birthday to you. Can see a little member chat down there. And the chat is absolutely wishing you happy birthday as well. Look, we spoke about Bruno yesterday. Like, I honestly think Bruno's not slowing down yet. Bruno at 30 almost kind of plays like he's like 27, maybe 28. That's kind of how it feels when you watch Bruno Fernandes play, the style of him, like the fact that he hasn't slowed down, the fact that he's right now probably about to... What is his best return? I know his best return is his first season at United. I think he's on 19 goals and 16 assists right now, isn't he? Bruno Fernandes stats. Where can you find like the proper ones overall? Is it transfer mark? All seasons. Hold on, show me all seasons. Refresh the website. Refresh the website. So you got to add all this up. It's annoying. Why don't you put it together? Never mind, can't be asked. Either way, I'm pretty sure he's up for his best season. I'm going to go see what he's saying down here. Dennis is saying Bruno is untouchable. We shouldn't sell him. Scott's saying Bruno's our modern day Robbo. Carried his team on his shoulders through some darker times. He has no best before date. Anti's saying that what I'd like to see is recruit Bruno's replacement soon. I see Cunha as a part replacement, and I think that's an ultimate truth. I think even if there are fans that would like to sell Bruno, that would admit that we can't replace Bruno with one signing. Bruno, to be replaced properly, is going to have to be like 2, maybe 3 really top class signings that all work out. That's what we're going to have to do properly to replace Bruno inside this squad. But our Klein, man, you've been so generous these last few weeks, man. Thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships again. Triple, double, saluting all over the shop. Legend, man. Raheel saying Bruno might have Modric, Ronaldo longevity. If I was ever going to back one footballer to have longevity, I would back Bruno Fernandes. He has been, you know full well about the amount of games that he has missed through injury. It's like, what? A couple? Remember that game? Was it last season? To get like 3 days before Spurs, he's there with his foot up in a bloody protective boot with crutches next to his sofa. And then he's playing against Spurs a couple of days later. Aid is saying Bruno's a key player. Would be silly to sell him. All of this stuff is just noise. Right now, it's just noise. And until something comes out from David Ornstein, from Fabrizio, maybe Simon Stone from the BBC, James Ducker from the sources, and importantly, the British press on this, I'm just going to leave it as noise. And I'm just going to call it noise and nothing more. United are clearly got no intention of letting Bruno go. This chart here is nuts. So this is the chart at the bottom. It shows chances created. Self-explanatory. Further along you are, the more chances you create. And ball recoveries. Higher up you are, more times you recover the ball. Look at the anomaly of Bruno Fernandes. So if you've got Moises Caicedo up there who recovers the ball more than him but creates absolutely nowhere near as much. And look at that. He's recovered the ball twice as much. Yeah, over twice as much as Salah or Palmer, and created more chances than Salah and Palmer. He's just Bruno is an anomaly of a player. That's a fair way to describe him. He's a physical freak and an anomaly of a player. The stuff he does in possession and out of possession is stupid. You should just be a specialist. Like Caicedo, incredible at winning the ball back, but then gives it to someone else, like Cole Palmer, to create the chances. Look, if you were to combine, in fact, that's exactly what it is. If you were to combine the ball-winning ability of Caicedo with the chance creation of Cole Palmer, you get Bruno. According to this chart. That's nuts. Man, it's a freak of a dude, man. Absolute freak of a dude. I'd love the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with Bruno at some point. Wonder if that opportunity will ever come. I don't think he will. He is a one-off. Man, absolute nutcase of a player. Really, really is. Physically, cool, he's 30. I don't care. I think he played like a 28-year-old. I think he's got 2, 3, maybe even 4 years still playing at this top level. And for that reason, you don't sell that player, no matter how much he's worth, because if he gets you into the Champions League, and then let's see what happens next season, of course. Bruno's worth his weight in gold for this team. And at a time where so much change is going to be happening to the squad, you don't get rid of the one cog that you can actually trust in it. Sam, we're 15th in the league. We aren't contenders. Madness is continuing with this squad. Yeah, madness is continuing with this squad. Let me run through this squad and let me give you about 15, probably more players that I am going to get rid of before I sell Bruno Fernandes. Anyway, let's move on. We don't need to give it any more time. It's just noise. I don't know whether it's going to go any further, but it's just noise at this point. Caleb said, met Bruno in Dubai last season. He signed my uniform. I had to keep the uniform. What was your job? Were you the police? Police? Anyway, Bilbao. Who's excited about Bilbao? Just answer my own question. United have got it all in their hands. All in our hands. Right? We're 3-0 up from the first leg. Inaki Williams is now missing. Nico Williams is now missing. And, of course, Sanchez is missing. And Vivian, who was sent off in the first leg. There's going to be another TIFO at Old Trafford. Right? Actually, I was worried about the TIFO last time. But they nailed it. I really thought they nailed it. I enjoyed the atmosphere. Well, I didn't physically enjoy the atmosphere at Old Trafford, but I thought it added a little bit of an edge. What's everyone's predictions for this TIFO then? Just a big picture of Bruno. I have no idea. What will it be? Maybe it will say we've seen it all. Oh, that's technically the same chant. Let me know what your predictions were. Oh boy, that Arsenal one was awful. What, the clip art cannon? That cracked me up. That absolutely cracked me up. Alex, I know. You reflect a lot of United fans when you say that. I don't trust United not to be complacent. Something that's haunted us before, but what do you think that comes down to? Like complacency, is that coaching, or is it just mindsets of individuals? What is it? Because it would be very easy to be complacent going into this game now. With a 3-0 advantage, with the injury news, with the fact that we're Old Trafford, going into that game thinking, oh yeah, this game's done, you know what I mean? We're basically in the final already. We may as well just take it easy, which is the complete opposite of what you should do. But how do you coach that mindset from not creeping in? Nars, you're saying it's more the players and the coach. Ashwin, you think it's mindset of players? Tyler and Mike, you're both saying it's a little bit of both. I feel like it's more the individuals, because there's no way that Amram's in that there's no way that Amram's in that dressing room before the game going, lads, right? So we're 3-0 up. We're basically in the final. So you may as well take it easy. If we can get a fourth, that'd be lovely. It'd be nice. You know that's not going to be the case. He'll be doing the complete opposite. He'll be telling them within the first 15, 20 minutes, if you can score a goal, this stadium will roar. This stadium will turn into an oven for Bilbao. They will want to escape. They will not want the heat. And you can just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. You know what I'm sitting here dreaming of? Which won't happen, but I'm dreaming of it anyway. That's what dreams are about. I'm dreaming that United go out against Bilbao and they score one within 15 minutes, and then Bilbao just crumble. And then United come away with like a 4, 5, 6-0 win. We go through like 8-0 on aggregate, and Old Trafford just has a night to remember. That's what I would love. I think it comes down to probably players more than the coach, if I'm being completely honest. Because once they're on the pitch, it's all up to the players. Like anything that was said before the game is irrelevant, really. Well, it's not irrelevant, but it's up to the players to carry that through. Rex is saying, looks like United are looking at players that can do what Bruno does. Did you see how high on that list Mbuemo was? Let's have a quick look. That one? Wrong one. That one. Where are we? Where is Mbuemo? Mbuemo. Where is he? God damn it. Where is he? Mbuemo. Where's Mbuemo? Have I been rinsed here? Is he not even on this list? I think I've been done. Have I? No. Yeah? Someone help me. Where is he on this list? Oh, there he is. But how did I miss that? It's been a long morning, people. I always find that everything I do in the day seems to happen in the morning. Everything. Anyway, Mbuemo's pretty high on that list. You weren't lying, Rex. There he is. So somebody who creates chances whilst also winning the ball back. Where's Cunha? Out of curiosity. Oh, there he is. How did I manage to find Cunha quicker? That makes no sense. But look, there's Cunha there. So you've got Cunha here, and Mbuemo there, and Bruno there. So all three of them pretty good at chance creation and progressively together, I suppose. They win the ball back a lot. I'll be honest, I don't think that'll be a terrible policy, trying to sign players that can bring the same sort of characteristics that Bruno Fernandes brings to the team. We need more Brunos. You give me 10 Brunos, this game's a breeze. Give me 10 Brunos, this game is an absolute breeze. Anyway, that Tifo. Let me see what you were saying about what you think that Tifo is going to be. Stone Roses Tifo. This is the one. Oh, that'd be a cool one. I do like United Row, but I do miss this is the one. Let's find out, I suppose, tomorrow. What else we got on the game tomorrow? Oh, this is class. That's going to be the program cover. I like that. Probably going to be booking, booking Bilbao at some point soon. I'm excited. Please don't use this as a clip when we lose 4-0 tomorrow night. Probably going to, now that I've mentioned it. Either way, I like that. That's a class little front cover. Hope history repeats itself. We've replaced Robbo with Keane. Look, I don't know. I don't know who United managed to ultimately sign to replace the impact that Bruno has. But truth be told, I think it has to be spread over a couple of transfer windows. And we just got to share the load. If that's players like Cunha or Mbeumo or some other players, I don't quite know. What's everyone's predictions for the game tomorrow? Fire them in the comments. It my bad, I haven't been negative, my bad. It's just, you can't help it. Like, as a United fan, there is just part of you now which is fundamentally pessimistic. 10 years of pain and disappointment, whilst also winning the Europa League and 2 FA Cups and a League Cup. So, oh yeah, Sam, you spoiled little bastard. Either way, yeah, I'm a little bit spoiled. Of course I'm spoiled. I'm a United fan. Look what I grew up with in the 90s and 2000s. I feasted. Of course I'm spoiled. But yeah, we're all a little bit pessimistic because of everything that's happened. Steve, you're going for a 2-all. So you, Jonathan. We've got Jonatech saying 2-1. 3-1 United, says Bayesian. 4-2, says Nishant. 2-1, says Mr. Bombastic. Big up, Shaggy. Anyone ever listen to the Shaggy and Sting collab album? If you haven't, go and listen to it. Cracking. Sad Trombone. Great song. 1-1, says Alex. The most glorious 1-all. It would be the most glorious 1-all ever. 3-1, 2-1. Let's find out. I'll give you my prediction in the lunchtime video today. Don't know why I gave that a little bit of an intro. Oh. Fire in the chat. Who's going Who's already booked Bilbao? Fire it in the chat. We'll see how many people have. Kareem saying never get to join the live stream, but they're always part of my mornings. Big up to anybody who gets involved directly in the live shows, or anybody who watches them after, and big up to Josh who helps with the timestamps. Look at that, we're 600 away from 500,000. You know how mad that is? You know how many people that is? It's cool, man. And energy-wise, it does really feel like I'm only just getting started. I cannot wait. Tell you what's going on with the new studio. We're working in the background on the new, so we're going to make a brand new, the idea is a brand new live show setup. So you can see the whole setup here. We've got the screens, we've got the little boxes up there. I want to refresh that, bring something new. Also, going to be a brand new studio, completely brand new built studio. Starting on that decoration-wise this week. A lot of work needs to go into that. I need to get all the lighting put in. There's a lot to do. A lot to do. But yeah, it's just cool that we're that close to 500, and there's so many ideas I have going forward. And it does feel, I've been saying this, that anybody who's worked with United People's TV for like so many years, man, and there's been lots of faces, and we've got a cracking team now. I've always said to people, you know, when United are good again, it's going to be so great here. When United are good again, it's going to be, and it's just never quite come. We've always had those false dawns, but it does feel, hey, look, this summer will tell everything. Winning this game and winning the Europa League will be such an accelerator. That's what it will be. It won't be the end of the world if we don't get Champions League football next year, right? But it will slow progress down. It will slow the roadmap down, and it will probably give more possibility of it not working out for Amorim because he will have time taken away from him. That's why it's important. That's why the Champions League next season means way more than just playing Champions League football. It's about what it means for Amorim. It's about what it means for the roadmap. And I just hope that next year, with the lads, with the team that we've got, that we do start to see. Look, I'm not expecting United to go and win the title next year, but you know what I would love next season? You know what I would love? I would love for us to just have, I'm not being greedy. I would just love to have 2 months. That's what I would, 2 months where there's just progress. 2 months where there's not just some mad stuff going on and some crazy story comes out and some like box office drama happens. I just want 2 months of just continuous slow progress on the pitch of United just getting better week by week. That's what I would love to have. That sort of consistency. Because we haven't had that in so long. Of course, Gary, Champions League does come with the millions. Mandler, thank you very much for gifting 5 memberships. And Rex, you're saying I'm going to be in the air for the Bilbao game. and tomorrow's show. Looks like you're going to hit 500. I don't know whether we are, but thank you very much, dude, for the super chat. Whether we'll hit that by tomorrow, I don't think we will. Maybe we'll hit it when I'm at the game. That'll be fun. That'll be quite poetic, that. Tyler's saying you'd love to see United go out and get a new keeper. Well, we got linked with Vanja Milikovic-Savic from Torino. I think United are in the market for a keeper. There was separate reports yesterday suggesting that Tom Heaton might get a 1-year extension as third choice. And if that is the case, then I think it's even more evidence for the fact that United don't want to replace 3 goalkeepers in one summer. Because I think Bayern is gone, and I think United will be looking for a new number 1. Samir, that's an awesome super chat. Your son was born yesterday. His name's Sam, right? Obviously. Tomorrow he's home, and tomorrow he'll witness his first United game. Well, that's big congratulations to you and your partner. And that's awesome. I'm looking forward to having a kid at some point. That's coming in the next couple of years. Alex is saying this summer will reflect how competent Inos are. Yeah. This summer is where, up until this point this year when it comes to Ineos, there's been so much shit that's been shoveled. Redundancies left, right and centre, cutting Fergie's ambassadorial role, and just ugliness, like lots of ugliness. Like ugly decisions. Sometimes ugly decisions have to be made, but they're ugly nevertheless. This summer, if they can take that same sort of approach to the summer window, I'm not saying that a lot of United fans will just forgive and forget, but I think a lot of United fans will understand that those ugly decisions were part of the wider rebuild, were part of the wider context. That's kind of what I feel. That's why this summer's important, because I think if Ineos get it wrong this summer, we sign, say, the wrong players, we overspend, we don't get the signings that we want, we end up short, they sell Bruno and then can't replace him, then everything that's happened this season will just get compounded in terms of the ugly decisions and followed up by a poor summer, which I don't think is something they can really afford to do. Loads and loads and loads of congrats going in the comments from the community. Look at that, man. Gotta love this spot. Really is a big old family here. I'm looking forward. I've said this so many times. I really, really am. I'll be honest. Honestly, I'll tell you what's going on behind the scenes. Right now, I'm a little bit overwhelmed with everything that we've got going on. From the podcast to the United People's Productions to bringing in a community leader, to working with the new live show, to building the new studio, to all the content that happens on a daily basis. There's too many things for me to be able to do. And that's why I'm not struggling a little bit. It's just a little bit overwhelming. That's why I'm desperate to bring more people in. Because I need to share this load out so we can do everything at the same time. Because right now I can't. It's like you have to, on a day-to-day basis, like there's certain non-negotiables with the live show and the recorded video and everything else we do. These have to go out on a daily basis, but whilst at the same time planning for the future. And sometimes you don't have enough time to do that. That's where I currently am. So certain things are going slower than I'd like them to. But bringing in the right people hopefully changes that. Right, I'm going to wrap this one up today. 39 minutes. What? That's a short show. To be fair, I remember originally I was supposed to keep them to 40 minutes. It's just they always go a bit longer than usual. But look, I'll be here at lunchtime with the Starting 11 video for Bilbao. Then I'll be here tomorrow for the live show and then going straight to London to get the train up to the game. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure you are too. And the big news here from the live show is that Nico Williams, Inaki Williams and Sanchez are all missing from the squad. That is a little bit of an advantage for United. Whether we can take advantage of it, we'll find out. We don't need to. We're 3-0 up. Just get the job done. All right? Take it easy, everyone. Thank you all for getting involved. Please do drop a like on the video. And it is mad. We are only 600 subscribers away from 500k. When will we hit that? Hopefully by the weekend. That'll be fun. Take it easy.